So by the time I'm recording this, I'm happy to say that we are actually caught up now with the Zexal anime. You know, this is actually something very rare since the series has never really been fully, you know, like on time. That is surprising. We're only about like 3 to 2 weeks behind. So if we could actually get weekly, weekly episodes, good for me, good for you. It saves me like wondering every time. Although I've done like 2 in the same week though. No, like it's a little bit weird. But you know, this episode it was mainly just dialogue. Although the duel didn't last long, it's a shame that Droite and Gosh wasn't that much. Their decks weren't a lot more improved. Although it was just character development. Although if we do get this Lionheart, and he does have this effect, and it is just like level 1 monsters it needs, it doesn't need anything, this card could be extremely useful now in the series. It has this ability, like, you can just get up an overlay unit, and it actually brings you back to life. Instead of, like, losing the duel, you actually, by detaching a unit, you get this thing called Rescue Shock, which, brings it back. And you must survive taking this attack by using this card that lets you, half the damage, and then it switches a monster's position. And we saw that that Elite had a new card, well, 2 new cards, I think it was. It was like the Backhand Gardener, the Rabbit Puncher, and then the overlay. Actually, no, there was an overlay one as well, which was the I think he was like called the Cheating Commissioner, which was like a 0 attack point monster. It wasn't really that like a really that good card. It just made sure that you switched your attack target, which was the whole point of the duel, was just to keep getting to attack Lionheart. So even though they could, and it was sort of cheesy how they sort of won this duel, as like Droite brought out this Night Butterfly Assassin and increased the attack points, and eventually hitting him with so many life points that he actually brought back his dueling spirit, and it works in Yu-Gi-Oh! Just go with it. It just works. I mean, and it just sort of was, sort of cheesy and what have you with that. But he actually used, I think he used the effect to bring him back again. And mind you, this keeps putting strain on his body. He used like a trap card, which could be very useful, where like you give up 2 cards in your hand and it becomes overlay unit, so it can still continue having the effect again. So they cannot lose. And as well, like, but once he got his dueling spirit back, he wants to win with like attack points. So he gets rid of the overlay units, increases his attack points, does another one that doubles it again. Yuma trades in, because Droite loses at this point after taking an attack, and she's like, "I leave my card to you." Yuma immediately gets rid of it, so he can bring out Heroic Champion. So it's like, fuck you, Joy. Like, fuck your card. But I want this card that is apparently a lot more weaker than yours. But yeah, basically Yuma wins after using so many trap cards to negate people's effects, negate this, and it's like so many traps and so many shit. It was hard to understand what the fuck did in the end. But Yuma got the card in the end, and Elite started remembering. And one of the guys that left in the comment section below of the last episode said something very interesting, and I just want to talk about his theory about it. He said that all the past incarnations, the Barrians are past incarnations. He said Derbe was a hero, Victor was a prince or a king, Alit a great gladiator, Misael a dragon master, Gilag is a friend to Tuckness. I do not really remember that about Gilag. But the Misael and the Alit ones are definitely very stuff you can stand on. Derbe, if I'm going that Derbe is the blue head one, and Molag and Nash we haven't seen yet. Since we can't confirm those 2, then yes, I would agree with that, since Misael has something connection with the galaxy's monsters. Alit, it definitely confirmed that he is somehow related to this thing, and they're like, how that, so I think his name was like Shadow or something, Shadow Dark One or something. You got an interesting theory there, and I pretty much guess it because, you know, it's Yu-Gi-Oh! Theories at the end of the day, you know. I don't think they're, like, really built up and complex stuff, so, you know, I'm gonna actually believe your theory, like, for now, say that the Baryons have got, are probably incarnations or something, or they had past lives, or so, you know, some stuff like that. But that's really it for the episode. Let me know in the comment section below what you think about it and what you think is going to happen next, because next week is a Kaito episode, and I'm looking forward to that. But that's all from me. Everyone, so thank you very much for watching. As always, remember, Theory Shadowone Panda, and I'll see you next time.